Welcome to Cobalt Tutorials. This video will focus on how to add dynamic fields to a global email template for use on custom entities to increase the flexibility of standardized communication with customers. First, let's review where to find and use email templates. Users can create system email templates that are available to other staff members by going to the Settings tile, selecting Templates, and then Email Templates. From here, you can access existing templates or create a new one that can be referenced in both workflows and independently generated emails. Click New, and the wizard will prompt you to select a template type. The options are Global, Lead, Opportunity, Account, Contact, Quote, Order, Invoice, Case, Contract, Service Activity, and System Job. Note that nearly all the template types are out-of-the-box Dynamics 365 entities and allow you to pull dynamic fields from the related entity. You cannot create a system email template type for custom entities. However, the global template type can serve this purpose, and it can be used with any base Dynamics or customized entity in the system. Open a new email template and use the global template type. Click into the subject line, or the body, and then click Insert Update. This will open the Data Field Values lightbox. If you click Add, you'll be given the option to create a dynamic data value for the template. Note that the only record type given by default is the user record. This is a feature of the global template. Exit the Insert Update menu and use what I call Merge Text to tell the system which fields to pull from. There are a few items to consider when using Merge Text. First, while the template type is global, the merge text will only work correctly if set up and sent from a single entity type. For this example, I have a custom entity called Payment. So I'll create a template that, in the future, should only be sent from a payment record in a workflow set to regard the payment record. Second, there are a couple ways to set up merge text, and the system may respond differently to different layouts, so it's important to test your templates before sending them to customers. I'll call this template Payment Receipt and set the subject as Thank you for your payment. I'll then personalize the greeting with the first style of merge text, which is Email To. The merge text must go in brackets, as seen here. This should pull the first name field from the contact the email is being sent to. Another way to pull this information is to build the schema of the relationships from the starting or regarding entity, as you see here. The email will be regarding the payment record, so I have the schema that links the payment to the contact record and then the first name field from the contact. In both examples, I'm asking the system to pull the first name information from the contact record. If I want to include payment information like the amount, I can put the schema name of the field only, since the regarding object is the payment. This format can be repeated along with the schema name for the desired fields from the payment record. Putting in the Created On field can show the date the payment was put into the system. If the receipt should also include information on an entity that is more than one relationship away, then I can add the schemas in order of the connection to the starting point. So, to get to the name of the invoice, for example, I start from the payment record. and put in the relationship of the payment record to another custom entity called the invoice payment. This entity allows the system to apply a payment to multiple invoices if needed. Then add the relationship to the invoice. Finally, add the field from the invoice record. In this case, I'll use the invoice name. You can add more relationships to get to a field on another entity, but it is important to keep the colons between each step and to enter the steps correctly. Relationship schema and field schema information can be found in your customizations records available through the settings tile and customizations. Once the email is generated with the appropriate merge text and static text, you will want to use a test record to make sure everything comes through as expected. For this example, I'll need a payment record connected to at least one invoice payment and invoice. From the payment record, click Activities and New Activity, and select the email option. Set the to contact, which is usually the same contact from the payment record, in the email toolbar, click the Insert Template icon to select Templates and set the template to be regarding the payment record. This will give you access to the global templates. Then select the payment receipt template generated for this email. Notice that the merged text is still what displays, so I won't know if it is correct until the email is sent. Open the related activities to preview the email. If all is entered correctly, I can see that the sent message includes most, if not all, of the merged text. If something is blank or has the original text, then I can double check the template and try that piece again. Test and adjust until the email renders as expected. In some cases, if I've struggled to have the text render correctly, I have cut the text and pasted it back into the template, and then it has worked. The template can continue to be sent manually like this from individual records, or connected with a workflow to be triggered automatically. Note that an email workflow gives you a much more flexible way to add dynamic values, since the email workflow can only reference one entity. However, you can add and merge text to these email workflows as well to increase your flexibility. Thank you for joining us for COBOL Tutorials.